truck swerved into a group of trainee soldiers who were standing at a promenade that looks out, beautiful view, out over East Jerusalem, out over what Jews call the Temple Mount and what Muslims call the Al-Aqsa Mosque. And while they were standing there, this truck drove right into them and then reversed back over the people whom he had not managed to kill. And we know that because I heard a very chilling account from a witness who was actually the trainer of these soldiers. And he said, first of all, he jumped out of the way of the truck. As he was rolling through the grass, he thought, oh, is this an accident? Or no, this isn't an accident. And he stood up to see the truck reversing back over the soldiers, and he knew it wasn't an accident. So he pulled out his pistol and began shooting. And he said he reached the end of his magazine and he saw the truck still reversing. So he knew that he hadn't neutralized the attacker, but he did galvanize the other people there. There were soldiers with guns, there were other civilians with guns, and they then shot the 28-year-old Palestinian attacker.
Now, you mentioned the attacker. What do we know about him, and what about the government's reaction as well?
His name is Fadi Kundar. He's from a village in the east side, the Palestinian side of Jerusalem. In fact, a village just underneath that promenade where he carried out the attack. He has no relationship to any of the militant groups. And while the militant group Hamas, which controls the Gaza Strip, welcomed this attack, it didn't take credit for it. It didn't take responsibility for it. So that leads Israeli intelligence to presume that he's a lone wolf, and that's what his family say too. So if he's a lone wolf attacker, that is where they draw the connection back to ISIS. It is also a connection to the kind of attacks that we saw in the previous 18-month period here. We saw a lot of lone wolf attacks without a connection to ISIS. So it's not yet clear what evidence the Prime Minister has when he makes that connection, but this attack is very similar to previous attacks here and to the attack in France over the summer and Berlin, of course, just this past Christmas.